So, I went to see The Great Gatsby yesterday. Not that you could tell by the costume or anything. It was amazing! Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna talk a bit more about it because otherwise this video would be completely pointless. So yeah, Baz Luhrmann, good old Baz has done it again. The visual elements to this film are just mind-blowing. I mean, obviously with Baz Luhrmann films you always feel like you're tripping a little bit because of all of the jaunty camera angles and fast panning and all of the technical film stuff. But oh my goodness, the visual aspect of the book just came to life in the film. Like, there's so much description in the book and it just blossomed like an awesome flower of awesomeness. That was the worst description I've ever given. Book to adaptation wise, not the most faithful to the book, but having read the book and sort of thought not the most enjoyable. They made the most of the dramatic potential and the characterization was a lot more thorough and you cared more for the characters in the film. I probably wouldn't say go see it in 3D because I don't really like 3D and I don't think it added much to the experience because the only thing that was like 3D was like somebody chucking something. But yes, the characterization, Daisy I thought was really great. The facial expressions and the sweetness came across and just the very lovable character that you feel Daisy is. Jordan was very well played. I think she was a lot more understanding than in the book. She was slightly more likeable. Leonardo DiCaprio. My goodness, if he doesn't get like an Oscar for this film, I am going to cry because he was so good. He just got all of the layers of Gatsby just perfectly, well I thought perfectly, the way that I pictured Gatsby. Nick was very good. I found him a tad weak at times. Obviously a big part of this film was the music that was used because it was all modern day music twisted to make it sound slightly like 20s music. I really loved that and the party scenes were just amazing. You just want to be at these parties. They were like, I'm not a big party goer, but they were just wow. They were visually stunning. Everything was so colourful and vivid and just mind-blowing. So the music complemented that really well. Like, you had the modern music with the 20s roaring atmosphere and everything was just so upbeat and very vibrant. And then the music wise, Young and Beautiful, yeah, that song's been on repeat for about 2 days now. I was psyching myself up with it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go see The Great Gatsby, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then I was kind of like, I've been listening to this song for 2 days straight now, haven't I? So yeah, Young and Beautiful, I've listened to that on repeat and I think I might buy the album because I really liked all of the sort of the way that they did the music. Costume wise, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about the costumes. They were fabulous. They were so periodically correct and very pretty. Like, I just wanted all of them, all of the costumes. They were so ladylike, they were so fashion. Oh, I loved them. And especially all of the different colour combinations. Thinking about favourite scenes and things like that, I really loved the scene where Gatsby is outside the house after the terrible event has occurred and he's checking that Daisy is all right inside the house. That I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio played that lovesick and almost insane person that is Gatsby in that moment so well. And the would you old sport when Nick offers to go and check on her is just, it made me tear up because you can just see how much he loves her. And then another one of my favourite scenes is a scene where the Young and Beautiful song is actually playing in the background and it's where Gatsby is throwing all of his shirts down to Daisy on the bed and it's just such a tragically beautiful moment. The use of the leitmotifs in the film from the book was awesome. Like, the green light was always there, and the eyes of Doctor, his name escapes me, but the doctor who looks over the city of Ash, those were used so well and so repetitively. I think The Great Gatsby is a book that I thought would be a good film because it's so detailed in its description and all of the layers of meaning that you don't necessarily pick up on it when you're reading it because it's quite lengthy. You sort of ignore it and, well, not ignore it, but you sort of trudge through it and things pass over your head. Whereas when you're watching a film, all of these little things, I feel like I'd go back and watch The Gatsby again and I'd be able to pick up loads of different little things. Like, I'd be able to see things I hadn't seen before. Overall, I really enjoyed the film. I felt like it was more fast-paced than the book because the book was quite slow. Obviously, the plot can't be changed too much, so it spent a long time introducing the scene, who is Gatsby, parties. It got a little bit tedious after a while because the first 2/3 of the film are kind of doing that, but the way that it's done is very visually pleasing, so you don't really get the feeling of, I have to keep trudging through this that you do in the book, because the book's also quite slow at the beginning. I would probably give this film like 4.5 stars, 4 to 5 stars out of 5, because I really enjoyed it and the visual elements just had me blown away, and treat it completely separately from the book. It's a wonderful film if you're not picking out, oh, they missed that out from the book, they missed that out from the book, because they missed quite a lot with Nick and Jordan out. There wasn't that much of a connection between them. It's quite subtle what the connection is, but just go with an open mind, watch it and be amazed by the costumes. Dress up when you go because it makes it more fun. I went dressed up on my own. Yeah, my friends came dressed normally. That was awkward.